Yesterday you have seen how to develop web application concept. Say CD first tab, CD first tab, okay. CD WebINF, CD classes, start notepad for servlet dot Java. This program you studied, okay. Yesterday this program is completed. Now how to execute, we'll see now. How to execute, we'll see now. How to execute this program, we'll see. After this, you have seen compilation. Compilation also you have seen. Java C first servlet dot Java. Okay, like this we compiled, successfully compiled. After this, what you have to do is you have to write XML file. For writing XML file in which folder we have to write? First tab folder or WebINF folder or classes folder? Web.xml. In which folder you have to write? First tab or WebINF or classes? WebINF. You see that folder structure I given. Inside the WebINF you have to write. Okay. We have to come back to WebINF. So CD two dots will come back. Now here start notepad web.xml. Note on this all. That continuation. Yesterday whatever you studied, that continuation. So CD two dots if you write, one directory it will come back. Then start notepad web.xml. Start notepad web.xml. Say if I press enter, it will ask, cannot find the web.xml file. Do you want to create a new file? Yes. Now how to write this program you observe? Web app, open, web app, close. It is called open tag. It is called close tag. But what is the need of web.xml and how to write everything after execution you'll understand. Here next we have to write servlet open, servlet close. In between servlet name close, servlet class close. Like this you have to write. Here servlet class we have to write. What is the servlet class I given? First servlet. That is we have to write. So whatever we written first servlet here, that one, this one must match. Okay. After this, here servlet name, whatever you want you can write. Suppose demo I written. After that, servlet mapping. Again servlet mapping close. In between servlet name, again servlet name close. URL pattern open, URL pattern close. Now here whatever you write here, that one, this one must match. Here URL pattern you write one slash, after that whatever you want you can write. Now But what is the need of this one? You'll understand after execution. Okay. Just present as it is, write it. As it is, write it. I'll explain for after execution. So these all write clearly as it is. XML, so many rules and guidelines will be there. If you do any small mistake here, servlet program also not works. Error comes. See, HTML, XML, lot of difference is there. HTML, no rules and guidelines, but XML, so many rules and guidelines will be there. HTML, browser understandable language. XML, server understandable language. In HTML, only predefined tags. XML, only user defined tags. Lot of difference is there. You'll see further. Write clearly. It is case sensitive. Capital only, small only, you write. So one is capital, one is small. If you write also error, write clearly as it is. Write it now. HTML, no, not a case sensitive. Capital also you can write, small also you can write, mixed also you can write, any style. But XML doesn't work. You must write it properly. Okay. Is it over? Here you observe. Here servlet class. Whatever we written servlet class name, that one, this one must match. After that, you can write whatever you want here. Whatever you write here, that one, this one must match. After that, again slash, any other word you can write. Now, what is this? You'll understand further. Okay. While after execution, I'll explain. Then you'll get a clarity. File, save. Say steps to develop web application. First step, create a folder structure. That is over. Second step, create and compile web application source code. Servlet program. That is over. Third step, write deployment descriptor. XML file. This is over. Next step. Next, create a war file. War file. This webinf also inside the war file. That is the reason we have to come back again. CD 2 dots. It will come back. Here jar cvf first dot var space dot. Write this one. I'll explain. This line write it. After that, this line write it. These two lines write it. Here cd two dots, it will come back. Jar space cvf space first dot var space dot. Write clearly. Jar space cvf space first dot var space dot. Is it over? Now write it. 1 minute. Note down. Jar is a JDK tool. Jar is a JDK tool and it is used to create jar files, comma, var files, comma, files and rar files. Jar is a JDK tool and it is used to create jar files, var files, ER files and rar files. Jar is a JDK tool and it is used to create jar files, var files, ER files and rar files. Is it over? Say this jar is a JDK tool. Jar is a JDK tool. JDK tools already studied Java C and Java. Compilation purpose Java C, execution purpose Java we use. Those two are also called JDK tools. Jar is a JDK tool and it is used to create jar files, var files, rar files, ER files. Jar file nothing but Java programs, you can make it as one component, that is called jar file. Var file nothing but web application, you can make it as component, that is called web archive. Var file. Enterprise application, you can make it as component, that is called ER file. Resource, you can make it as component, rar file. But yeah, suppose example you have seen OJDBC 6 underscore G dot jar, OJDBC 8 underscore G dot jar, that is jar file. Servlet API dot jar. So all Java programs, they created as one library, that is jar file. But now we are a web application, we are making as var file. Web application as a component, that is called var file. Web server can understand var file. Enterprise application, then ER file. Resource as a archive, that is rar. Enterprise archive and rar, these two you will study in Spring Enterprise at the time. While learning Spring Enterprise, you will see these two. Present only jar, var. But for creating jar also, var also, ER also, rar also, command is jar only. Using jar only you can create jar. Using jar only you can create var, ER, rar, all. So we are creating jar var file. That purpose jar. For creating var also jar only. Okay. CVF. C means create. V means verbose. Details of war file displayed. F. File to be created. Dot. All files and folders of current directory. All files and folders of current directory. C means create. V means verbose. Details of war file displayed. F means file to be created. Dot means all files and folders of current directory. C means create. V means verbose. F means file to be created. Dot means all files and folders of current directory. See, we are creating. That's what C option. While creating details, if you want to display, B option. Which file? First dot var. In this, what you want to place? All files and folders of current directory. Now here current directory nothing but first tab. Whatever is there in the first tab, all will be packed. This star meaning all files and folders of current directory. That is packed to this war file. It is nothing but in a Windows environment, zip software is like that. Hundreds of files and folders we can group together as a one file. That is zip software, zip file, like that. So total your project files and folders you can group together as a one file. That is war file. In a Windows environment, zip. In a Java environment, jar, var, er, and rar. It is nothing but compressed file. Say 100 MB data. If you make a zip, it will become 60 MB, 70 MB, no? Data compressed. Like that here also compressed. See, if I press enter key, see, all displayed. What is displayed? You observe. Added manifest. Manifest nothing but which software used to make this war file. That information also added. Adding webinf, adding classes, adding servlet.class, adding servlet.java, adding XML. While adding total number of bytes 232, in, out 98, deflated 57%. 57% of the data compressed. Here 35% compressed. Here 39% compressed. These are folders. That's what 0%. Okay, that is folders only. Files will occupy memory. The folders are empty. That's it. So here deflated 39%, deflated 35%, deflated 57%. Data compressed. Compressing algorithms will be there with the data compressed. 100 MB data, if you make a zip, it will become 60 MB, 70 MB also. Like that here also. Now, creating a war file is completed. Okay. Now, if you want to run this one, see. Now, creating war file completed. First dot war. It is completed. This is our web application. Now we have to start the server. This is we have to copy in server. That is called deploying. How to deploy? Next, write it. Steps to deploy web application. 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 First of all, Start the server. Steps to develop step to deploy web application. First of all, start the server. How to start the server? Yesterday you studied. You have to open File Explorer, this PC, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10 bin. This is you have to double click. That is already written. Okay. Now server started. This is first step. At last one message comes. Server startup in 3832 milliseconds. Now server is running. This is server. You can minimize. Now first step completed. Next, open Tomcat homepage. Open Tomcat homepage. Already you have seen this also. How to open Tomcat homepage. Yesterday class you studied. Opening browser. Here. Typing http://2/8082. We changed port number. Like this, Tomcat homepage opened. This is you have seen yesterday. How to start the server you have seen yesterday. How to open Tomcat homepage you have seen yesterday. Next, click on Manager App button. Click on Manager App button. Click on Manager App button. See, this is Manager App button. Okay. You have to click. If you click, it will ask username, password. Type username, type password. Type username, admin. Type password, admin. While installing admin I given. Next, click on sign in button. Type username admin, type password admin. Click on sign in button. Okay, click on sign in button. Type username admin, type password admin. Click on sign in button. Type username admin, type password admin. Click on sign in button. So myself, I given username admin, password admin. That's the reason I'm typing admin. Whatever you given, that is your right. While installing Tomcat software, whatever you specified, that is your right. Now I'll type admin. I'll click on sign in button. Now Tomcat Web Application Manager. This is we have to scroll down. Next, write it. Scroll down. Next, click on choose file button. Click on choose file button. Select first.war file from first tab folder. 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 See, this is choose file button. Here, C drive, first tab, first.war. Click on open button. Click on open button. Click on deploy button. Click on open button. Click on deploy button. Click on open button. Click on deploy button. See here, choose file. I clicked. After that, I selected first.war. Now we have to click on deploy button. See, if I click on deploy, here message, okay. Applications, path, here first. Path is /first. Running. You observe. This is first. Here true. You are getting true. Running true. If you are getting false here, then maybe XML program mistake. Okay. And if you are getting fail here, then also maybe XML mistake or servlet mistake. Here okay required, here true required. Then only your application runs. Okay. Deployment is completed. Steps to deploy web application completed. Now you can close. So what we did is first.war file we deployed in server. Over. Now we have to run. Next, write it. To run the above application, to run the above application, to run the above application, now open the browser. Next, type the following URL in address bar. To run the above application, open the browser, type the following URL in address bar. Open the browser, type the following URL in address bar. To run the above application, open the browser, type the following URL in address bar. http://localhost:8082/first/test. Is it over? Now I'll open the browser. Whatever I given, that is I'll type http://localhost 8082/first/test. If I enter, see output welcome to servlets. Okay, this much procedure you have to follow. That can be welcome program, that can be project. You have to do like this only. But these all very complicated appears. That is the reason Eclipse. From here onwards, actually you have to use Eclipse. Eclipse very simple. These all. Okay, I'll teach Eclipse also. Now, first of all, you have so many doubts in this case. Like here, what is HTTP? What is localhost? What is 8082? What is first? What is test? But how is first solid program executed? What is XML? Why we need to write XML? In XML also first solid, demo, test. Why? What are these? And you will get so many doubts. These all I'll clarify. But first the procedure, how to create, how to develop, you should understand. That purpose, one more program I'll write. Just give answers. Later we'll see these all. Okay. Now one more program that only you are getting output just a plain text you are getting. Now what I'll do, some HTML code I'll add, text size I'll increase, colors I'll add. Those are HTML. Browser side, if you want to do anything, HTML required. Okay. HTML program I'll add. How many people are attending HTML class? Just raise your hand. Okay, online students. Those who didn't start HTML also, attend HTML class also. Okay, HTML, CSS, JavaScript batches there, no? That is you attend. But present you can understand, it is possible, it is very simple. HTML is very simple, you can understand. Okay, within a 1-2 class also you can learn, it is nothing. The way if you learn only tags and attributes only, that's it. No logic, no error, no exception. If browser understands, output comes. Browser doesn't understand, no output. That's it. Okay. No errors, no exception, no logic. Only tags, attributes. That's it. Very simple. Okay. And now, how to write? We'll see now. I'll open command prompt. Like this. Now, just one more program. Same program, just I'll add some HTML code. That's it. Just the background color I'll change. Background color by default we got white. That is I'll change. Foreground color black we got it. That is I'll change. Okay. Just a font size I'll increase. That's it. Okay. Now for that again folder structure required. Okay. Suppose I'll create second app. Okay. Second app. In this second app, WebInf. In this WebInf classes. In these classes, to servlet class. So second servlet I'll write. Second servlet dot Java. Second servlet dot class. Okay. Here web.xml. Now we have to create a war file. Second dot war. Write this one. Like each and every word I'll explain, but once if you understand this procedure, that is I'll explain. What is XML? Why do we need XML? What is HTTP? What is localhost? What is URL? What is URI? What is URN? Everything I'll cover. So this one, if you write in Eclipse, within a 1 minute, it will complete in Eclipse. Now, after this, I'll explain after that Eclipse. Is it over? Now I'll ask questions. You have to give answer. With your answers, I'll write. Second app, web.inf classes second solid web.xml second.var. Now I'll ask questions, give me answer. Is it second app? Is it name mandatory? Is it mandatory same name? Compulsory? No, any name you can write. This web.inf? Yes, compulsory web.inf only. These classes? Yes, compulsory. Web.xml? Is it compulsory second solid? Second.var? No. Web.inf compulsory, classes compulsory, web.xml compulsory. Remaining whatever you want, you can write. Okay? Now, first what you have to write? MD, second app. Then what will happen? One folder created. Okay? Second app folder created. Next, CD, second app. We entered into second app folder. Next, MD, web.inf. Next, CD, web.inf. Next, MD, classes. Next, like this. Okay. Here, second app folder created. In that folder, we entered. Second web.inf folder created. In that, we entered. Classes created. In that, we entered. Okay. Now, next, start notepad second solid dot java. Enter. So you cannot find the second solid dot java file. Do you want to create a new file? Yes. Now, without class, can we write solid program? What do you write? Class second solid open brace close brace. If I write main method, is it executed? No. Why? Servlet runs in server. Server doesn't know main method. Execution purpose methods are there. Those methods are called life cycle methods. How many life cycle methods are there? 3 methods. What are those? Init, service, destroy. Init method, when it is called? Whenever first request comes. When service method called? For every request. Every request. When destroy method called? Whenever servlet instance is removed from web container. When servlet instance removed? Whenever web application is undeployed or server shuts down. 2 situations that will be instance removed. Okay. Now, whenever first request comes, how many methods called? 2 methods. What are those? Init, service. Second request comes. Third request, last request, service. These methods belongs to which interface? Servlet interface. To derive life cycle, here what we have to write? How to inherit? Implements servlet. If I implement servlet interface, how many methods mandatory to override? Any alternative is there? What is it? Generic servlet. The generic servlet, how to inherit? Extends generic servlet. If you extend generic servlet, how many method mandatory to override? 1 method. Which method? Service method. We have to write. What we have to write? Public void service. How many parameters? 2 parameter. What are those? Servlet request, servlet response. Servlet response. Will it throw exception? How to handle? Try catch blocks. Can I write exception? It will handle all the exception. System.er.println e. Now, generic servlet class, servlet request interface, servlet response interface. These 3 in which package? Jakarta.servlet package. Is it required to import? What we have to write? Import Jakarta.servlet.star. What is the meaning of star? All classes and all interfaces. So this class also included, servlet request also, servlet response also, remaining also. Okay. Now just receiving request, sending response. Request parameters are not there present. That's what we don't require servlet request. Sending response welcome message. We have to create a stream. How many types of streams are there? Two types. What are those? Byte stream, character stream. What is a byte? What is the difference between byte stream, character stream? Byte stream supports all types of data. Character stream only text. What is a byte stream class name? Servlet output stream. What is a character stream class name? Print writer. Can I use byte stream for sending welcome? Can I use character stream? Which one is best? Character stream. What is the character stream class name? Print writer. For getting print writer, which method you have to call? Get writer. Get writer method in which interface? So solid response. With this we can call. So return type is print writer. Response dot get writer. Server to browser one stream created. Through stream we can pass. Suppose welcome to Naresh Technologies. Now this code I want to display in HTML format. Okay. For that, suppose say here for writing HTML program, HTML open, HTML close. It is HTML open tag, it is HTML close tag. Okay. It is capital letters also you can write, small letters also you can write, mixed letters also you can write, because no rules and guidelines for HTML, and that too it is not a case sensitive. You can write in HTML program, no logic, no error, no exception. Only tags and attributes are there. If browser understands, output comes. If browser doesn't understand, no output. That's it. Okay. Now it is HTML open, HTML close. That HTML program divided into two sections: header, body. Suppose present we record only body part. In this body part, here I am writing welcome. Welcome to Naresh Technologies. This is plain text displayed. Okay. If you want to change the color here, if you want to change the background color, BG color attribute is there. You can write whatever you want. Text change. If you want to change the text color, text attribute is there. So something color written. Okay. Background color green color I given. Text color yellow color I given. This is if you want to display very big size letters. Font tag is there, as well as level 1 heading tag is there. Level 1 heading, level 1 close. Okay. Now HTML open, HTML close. Body open, body close. Background color green color. So that background color green comes, text color yellow color comes. Level 1 heading, big size letters comes. Okay. Welcome to Naresh Technologies. This is here already welcome to Naresh Technologies I written in the program. That HTML code also we have to add. So I'll add here. Before welcome, this is we have to add. After technologies, this is we have to add. Now what you can do, in a one line only you can write. It is possible. HTML body BG color green text yellow, like this you can write. After technologies, H1 close, body close, HTML close, like this you can write. Instead of writing like this, what you can do is you can write more than one line also. Suppose here only welcome to Naresh Technologies. Here you can write one more println. HTML body BG color green text yellow. Okay. Level 1 heading, like this. All open. After this, all close. Now H1 close, body close, HTML close. Here two languages are there: Java, HTML. Two language code. Now HTML code runs in browser. Java code executed in server. It is servlet program. Servlet program runs in server, but HTML runs in browser. Now you studied JDBC. While writing JDBC program, Java code we written, SQL code we written. Java code executed in JRE. SQL code passed to database. Then database side executed. Servlet code executed in server. This HTML code passed to browser. When browser receives HTML, then output comes. Now HTML code runs in browser. Servlet code runs in server. Now this is I written 3 lines. You can write 1 line also, 3 lines also, 5 lines also, any style. Okay. Now this service method, is it instance method or class method? How do you know? There is no static. How many ways to access? What are those? Which class object required? Second servlet object required. This object who will create? Web container creates. For creating object, this class should be accessible, no? Which access modifier we have to write? Public. So public compulsory. Otherwise, instantiation exception comes. It cannot create object. Now, print writer class in which package? IO package. So we have to import IO package. Import java.io.star. File, save. Okay. After this compilation. Now how to compile? Java C second servlet.java. Successfully compiled. Okay. Now we have to write XML file. For writing XML file, what we have to do? CD 2 dots. It will come back. Here start notepad web.xml. Cannot find the web.xml file. Do you want to create a new file? Yes. What we have to write here? Web app close. Open, close. Next, servlet open, servlet close. In between, servlet name open, servlet name close. Next, servlet class open, servlet class close. Here servlet class must be servlet class name. What is second servlet? Second servlet. Here whatever you want you can write. I am writing second. Okay, whatever you want you can write. Next, servlet mapping. Again servlet mapping close. Next, servlet name. Servlet name close. Next, URL pattern. URL pattern. Here that second, this second must match. Here whatever you want you can write, but slash. Suppose same also we can write. Second also we can write. It is XML file. It is XML file. File, save. Now again next we have to create var file. What we have to write? CD 2 dots. Next, what we have to write? Jar CVF second dot var space dot. Here what is jar? JDK tool. What purpose? To create jar files, var files, ER files, rar files. Okay. What is C? Create. What is V? Verbose. What is F? File to be created. What is dot? All files and folders of current directory. Now created. Now creating completed. Okay. Creating completed. Now we have to start the server. This PC, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10, bin. Here double click. Server is going to run. Now see, server startup 1007 milliseconds. Server is running. Now we have to start the browser. We have to start the browser. Now here we have to type HTTP colon to forward slashes localhost 8082. Enter. Home page comes. After getting home page, manager app. Next, username admin. Next, password admin. Next, sign in button. Scroll down. Choose file. Now C drive. Second app. Second.war. Open. Deploy. Here OK. Here true. Running. Okay. Now what you can do, directly you can click here also. Possible. Now instead of typing that one, you can click here. After clicking, what is came you observe. Second, it is a war file name. URL pattern also we have to write. I'll explain. Not completed. War file URL pattern slash second I given no. That is we have to write. See, welcome to Naresh Technologies. Now, in this servlet program, servlet code executed in server. HTML code passed to browser. Now, browser received HTML, that HTML executed. That is, you can see. See, just right click, view page source. What you are getting? HTML, but where is servlet? That is executed in server. HTML only received here. You already studied static web application, dynamic web application. Whenever request comes to static web application, what server will do? Whenever request comes to static web application, what server will do? Sends a program to a browser. That program passed. Given no static web application, dynamic application nodes. So this is like a static that is received, that is executed. Now I have to explain, not completed. You'll get so many doubts. You have so many doubts. All each and everything I'll clarify. Word by word I'll explain. First of all, you write this second servlet.java. Is it over? No, not done. In the above example, servlet code executed in server and HTML code executed in browser. In the above example, servlet code executed in server and HTML code executed in browser. In the above example, servlet code executed in server and HTML code executed in browser. So this HTML code passed to browser because server doesn't know HTML. Browser doesn't know servlet. Servlet code executed in server, HTML code executed in browser. That's what in a browser window we can see only HTML code. See, XML also write it, web.xml. Web.xml nodo. Over. It is solid XML, two programs. Now I'll explain complete whatever is each and every word I'll explain. First, is it over? See. See, that can be first program or second program, whatever it may be. Just you observe. First, what we did is we created first tab folder. In this folder, we created webinf folder. In this folder, we created classes folder. In this folder, we written servlet program, like first servlet.java, second first servlet.class, first servlet.class. Okay. Here we created XML, web.xml. Okay. After that, this is totally we created as a first.var. Okay. Now, in C drive, I created this folder. In this folder, I created this file. This file I copied in server. Deployed. Just you observe, when I click on deploy button, here you have seen this PC, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10.0 bin. Double click. Server is going to be started. Server started. Now I'll open browser. Here, http://8082 manager app, username admin, password admin, sign in button. Here, when I click on deploy button, then that war file deployed. Where it is deployed in server. See, this PC, C drive, first tab folder. If you open, second tab folder. If you open, war files are present. Here, see, first.war. Okay, back. Second.war. We created. These all we deployed here. When I clicked on deploy button, what is happened? You observe this PC, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10.0. Here, one folder name web apps. In this, say first.war, second.war. When I click on deploy button, that is came here. Okay. So this location is called deployment location. First of all, write it. Web applications deployment location in Tomcat server. 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 C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10.0 web apps. But instead of like this deploy button, directly you can open this folder. You can right click, you can paste. No, there you can copy, here you can paste. Possible or not? Possible or not? Possible. What you can do here? Here, this PC, C drive, first tab, select. right click, copy. Okay. Next, this PC, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat 10, web apps, right click, paste. Possible or not? Possible, no? Like this also possible. But server also installed in same computer possible. Suppose 5 computers are there. Five computers connected together as a one network. Here in this system, Tomcat server installed. In this system, you are working. You are writing Java program. Here you created a war file. In this system, right click, copy, and in this system, right click, paste. Possible? No. Same computer is there, possible. In one computer, right click there, copy, one more computer, right click, paste, not possible, no? In that situation, that is the reason you follow deployment only. Deployment possible. Server can be anywhere. Server may be in your system, server may be in beside system, server may be in US also. We can deploy. Deploy nothing but uploading. Deployment nothing but uploading. Okay. So in real time environment, server will not be in your system. Server will be some other location. That is the reason whatever I said, deployment like this only you have to follow. Okay. Here only copy, right click, paste, don't do. This is only follow. Okay. Server install in same computer, that's not possible. Server install in other computer means not possible. Okay. Now, after deploying, you observe. After deploying also, automatically same folder name created here. Same folder name created here. That is automatically extracted. Zip, unzip you can do, no? Zip software, unzip. War file, unwar, jar, unjar, that type. So this first .war file extracted. See, you observe. Downloads here. This is called zip software, no? Now right click, extract. If you select right click, extract all, it will ask the location. Extract. It is replace. Extracted. See, automatically here one zoom it folder created. Like that, here also what is happened is here what will happen is this PC, C drive, program files, Apache Software Foundation, Tomcat, web apps. This is extracted here. This is extracted here. Again, if you open, what will be there? See, WebINF, classes, Java, .class file, .java file, web.xml. But instead of creating war file, again extracting, directly folder you can copy. No need to create war file. Again, no need to extract. Okay. No need to create war file. No need to extract. That is also possible if server is in your computer. If server in other computer, can you copy folders? No, file format only you have to pass. Okay. That is the reason whatever I given, that is only follow. Now, with the deployment only follow. Okay. Now, after this, for execution purpose, online students, end of the session, I'll clarify your doubts. Now, for execution purpose, first program, what we written here, http colon localhost 2 / localhost colon 8082 / first. After that /test. Then first servlet executed. Okay. Now for second servlet slash second slash second, let us execute it. Now from here onwards, HTTP colon localhost colon 8082 slash first slash test, HTTP colon localhost colon 8082 slash second slash second. I given. Okay. Any one you can take. Now this one I'll take. This is called URL protocol. Noted. It is called domain name. It is called port number. It is war file name. It is URL pattern of first servlet in web.xml. URL pattern of first servlet in web.xml. From here onwards, until you get a welcome message, what is happening complete, word by word, I'll explain in tomorrow class. Okay, word by word, each word, what is HTTP, what is localhost, what is 8082, what is first, what is test, why we need to write XML, and why these all configurations, everything I'll explain tomorrow class. Tomorrow, word by word, I'll explain. Once if you understand the tomorrow class, this program, third program, nothing. I'll start with Eclipse tomorrow. After explanation with Eclipse. Eclipse very quickly we can do. Okay.